Okay, give me a second here, please. Setting up everything. Okay, Ina alhamdulillah wa salat wa salam ala wa rasulullah. I'd like to welcome everybody to our Riyadhus Saliheen Hadith class. Okay, I'm looking at, and tonight, inshallah, we're going to cover, we're still in the book of prohibitions of Riyadhus Saliheen. Let me make sure I got it on here too. Yes, I do. What is this? Okay, the book of prohibitions of Riyadhus Saliheen. And again, this book can be purchased at different bookstores. You can even get it at Walgreens. No, Walmart, not Walgreens. Till I was trying to order my prescriptions. I'm sorry. I'm always doing two things at once. Walmart, not Walgreens. You can order this book at Walmart too. And I think I usually put it in my settings on the YouTube channel. But also I have it at the Atlee online, the atlee.net website as a PDF. You click on where it says website library, then click on hadiths, and you will see the Riyadhus Saliheen PDF there. And that's what I'm going to be using for this class, the PDF. We're almost done with this book. And when we complete this book, I'm going to go over another book that I want you guys to start ordering now from Sheikh Mohammed Saeed Atli's website, adleyonline.com. And I'm going to probably work on putting that ad out this weekend. This is the book I'm going to be teaching, entitled The Muslim Personality. This is a book written by Sheikh Mohammed Saeed Atli, which speaks about the Muslim personality, which I think is a very good book, which he agrees to is a good book, a great book for me to teach, because just like we need to learn what it means to be a Muslim, we need to work on developing the character of a Muslim. We need to work on reforming, changing our behavior and our character to that which is pleasing to Allah. And this book that Sheikh Mohammed Saeed Atli put together, I've been looking it over. It is a wonderful, wonderful masterpiece that he put together, because he speaks about the character. He went through the authentic hadiths of Bukhari, Muslim, Muwatta, and other sources, and gathered together. And I know it took him a lot of time to do this. He gathered together the hadiths, whereas our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam addressed good character and what type of characteristics we should develop as in order to be pleasing to Allah. And we're going to cover this book. It's over 145 pages. And inshallah, if we can get this type of character embedded within ourselves, we'll be well on our road to paradise. So this is a book. You guys can try to order it. Go to adleyonline.com, and try to order this book. All of Sheikh Atli's books are less than $10. This should, try to buy it now, because once we finish Riyadhus Saliheen, which we will be finished with it soon, this will be the Hadith book to replace that. Okay, and we'll be covering this. All right, so The Muslim Personality by Mohammed Saeed Atli. Okay, just to let you guys know. So tonight's hadith are a continuation of what we discussed last week. Last week we went over. You want to see the front of the book? Okay, hold on for a second. This one, the Muslim person. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see it on TikTok. You guys on TikTok, you might have to join my YouTube channel, because I don't know if TikTok is showing stuff right. TikTok is weird. See, the people on YouTube and the other platforms can see, but this is it. I don't know. There, you might can. That's probably as best as I can get it for y'all. This is it. The Muslim personality. It's probably as best as I can get it. Okay. I'll put an advertisement out. I'm going to probably make a video with the ad to advertise it. Okay. This is what happens. TikTok is such a different type of platform, but the people on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the other platforms could see it, because the other platforms allow me to use my streaming. I'm using a streaming program. This TikTok doesn't allow me to use my streaming program with the phone, so you guys can't see what they can see. So, but anyway, I'll make a video and put it out to advertise the book. You know me, I'm going to always put out a video to advertise it and all of that, inshallah. But anyway, for tonight's class, this is going to be a continuation of what we discussed last week. Last week, we spoke about the dangers of backbiting. The dangers of backbiting. And when I completed that class, a couple of people asked, one of my students, and well, two of my students, because Brother Timothy is one of my students too. Two of my students asked about the exceptions of backbiting. And there are exceptions to every rule in Islam. There are always exceptions, like even for dawah. Like I tell you, sisters, public dawah is not for women. Women are not supposed to be out in the public. We're not supposed to be in the public limelight. But there's always exceptions for a few. You have to have a certain type of demeanor. to give public dawah. This is a man's job, not a woman's job. It's not for everyone. Women are supposed to be indoors and home, in the home, not seen, for our protection. Just like the battlefield. Women don't have to fight on the battlefield either. But there are exceptions to that too. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had a few female companions, including his aunt, who were female warriors. For those of you who don't know, even Salama was a female warrior. She was Khalid bin Walid's first cousin. She sparred and was trained by him. She was a master warrioress too. Okay, there's exceptions to every rule. Okay, well, even with backbiting, there's an exception to backbiting. And we're going to go over the exceptions to backbiting as well. So for those of you who are on TikTok and also this other program here, please open up a tab on your cell phone or your iPad to YouTube and join my YouTube channel Sunnahfollowers, so that way you can see the PDF, so you can see the hadiths that I am going to be reading and breaking down the meaning of, so that way you can see that all the information here is based on Quran and authentic hadith. We don't speak from our own desires, and we don't sit around and put our opinion in anything. Everything we say is verified, by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we give you the understanding of those original companions. We don't give you our own personal views of anything. So I want you guys to see that. So hop on over to my YouTube channel so you can see, and I'm getting ready to put the PowerPoint up now. Okay, your Sister Amira has got her Zoom room. Okay, are your Zoom room logged in from my Reddit group? I have a Reddit group of new shahadas. I want my Reddit group of new shahadas to see. I got about how many new shahadas are logged in right now? 50? Okay, mashallah. I got 50 new shahadas logged in today, right now, right? Okay, and for Sister Suzanne from South Africa, you have your Zoom room logged in too? From South Africa. I know the time is late for you guys. How many new shahadas do you have in there? You got 25. Okay, mashallah, 25 new shahadas in South Africa. Mashallah. Okay, good. Good. So you did post it up on the Reddit. Mashallah. Okay, because I want them to know the exceptions to backbiting as well. And my Zoom room is watching. Okay. Okay, my Zoom room is not new shahadas. My Zoom room are people who were born Muslim. My Bantus are in there. Okay, mashallah. Okay, all right. Okay, so the Zoom rooms are logged in. YouTube, TikTok, Rumbo's logged in. LinkedIn, my Arabia, my sisters in the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia. Okay, my Arab Arabia sisters are logged in LinkedIn. Okay. Okay, I can see. Twitter is here. Making sure I got everybody logged in before I start. Twitch, the kids on Twitch, the robot. I got a robot on Twitch. Is that robot working to moderate? And Kick. I got a Kick. I got a robot on Kick. Okay, I got my robot on Kick. Okay, good. To filter out any bad comments on Kick. See, I put robots on Twitch and Kick. All right, mashallah. Okay, so we're ready for these exceptions. And y'all can see, everybody can see except TikTok. TikTok, you guys are the only ones that can't see the screen because TikTok don't allow me to use my stream. Get over to YouTube so y'all can see, inshallah. Okay, let's share the screen now. Everybody else is logged in. Let's see. Let me put this up. Important class. Okay, y'all can see the PDF here, inshallah. Okay. Okay, let me put this down. Is that big enough? You can see? Okay, all right, this is chapter 256 of Riyadhus Saliheen. We're going to speak about some of the cases. Yeah, you can see, good job. Okay, some of the cases where it is permissible to backbite. And again, it's only permissible for the valid reasons approved by the laws of Allah, not the laws of man. Remember, Allah makes the laws. Allah makes the rules. Allah makes the guidelines, not man. And here are the rules. Number one, it is permissible for a person who is oppressed to speak before a judge or a person of authority to help him or her to establish their rights by telling him that such and such a person did them wrong. Do you guys understand that? Let me break that down. Say, for example, your husband has abused you physically. So you go to the judge of a court. If you live in a Muslim country, if a woman is appealing for a khula or a divorce that's initiated by a woman in a Muslim country, she goes to a judge and she explains to the judge that her husband abused her physically. That's not backbiting, because this judge has the authority to divorce her. So to tell the judge what your husband did to you in your marriage, that's not backbiting. Or say you live in America and you want to initiate a divorce against your husband because he's been abusive to you. So you go to the local imam of your masjid. And of course, you're going to take someone with you, because no woman should be alone with a man who is not a mahram to her, even if it's an imam. Because imams are men and they commit sin too. God, Allah knows we got a lot of cases of that. So say, for example, you want to appeal for divorce from your husband. So you take your sister and your mother to the mosque with you to meet with the local imam. And you tell your imam that your husband has been physically abusive to you. That is not backbiting, because the imam is in a position to issue a khula or a divorce against you. So any person who's been oppressed, if you go to a person who's in a position to help you, that's not backbiting. But say, for example, your husband abuses you, but you get on the phone and call your best friend. And you say, girl, guess what? My husband came home from work today and he spit on me. He beat me in the head. That's backbiting. You want to know why it's backbiting? Because your best friend can't help you. She is not a person of authority. She cannot divorce you. And if she came to your house to confront your husband, he'll probably whoop her behind, which he's justified in doing because she ain't got no business at his house. And he'll whoop your behind too for backbiting him. And he'd be justified in doing that too. That's one of the conditions in which a man can put his hands on a woman. When a woman has been like that, that's a bad woman to backbite. to take what goes on in her home and tell it to other people. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just keep it real. You go around telling what goes on behind closed doors with you and your husband to other women. Your husband's justified for putting his hands on you. Okay? I'm just keeping it real. Okay? That's backbiting. How many of you sisters backbite your husbands? How many of you sisters get on Facebook and backbite your husbands? Y'all get on Facebook, y'all get on Instagram, and y'all talk about what your husbands do for you or do to you. Remember, backbiting is to say something good too that your husband wouldn't want you to say. You ain't supposed to be telling your personal business. Muslim, and this is the problem about not in Canada. See, that's the problem. Are you a Muslim or are you a Canadian? Are you a Muslim woman or are you a Canadian woman? That's the problem. This is the difference between you Muslim women of 2026 and the female companions. I'm a Muslim woman. I ain't no Canadian and I ain't no American. I believe La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and my allegiance is to Allah, to the Prophet Muhammad, and to the religion of Islam. That's where your allegiance should be as a Muslim woman. You don't tell your business to anyone. You live by the book of Allah, not the book of Kufar. That's the problem. And Canadian law, even Canadian law, doesn't say that you go around telling your business to people. You're going to go around telling your business to people? Canadian law allows you to do a lot of stuff, to drink alcohol. So you're going to drink alcohol too? That's what's wrong with you Muslims. You don't know what you are. You don't know what you are. And that's why you got wildfire in Canada right now. That's why Allah got you burning, because your allegiance is not to him. We got to start thinking, sisters. I'm not saying a man's supposed to beat you up. We don't let no man put his hands on us and beat us up. The Prophet Muhammad didn't allow that. Ain't no man gonna put his hands on Laila Nasheeba. Any man put his hands on me, he's going to the graveyard. You understand that? But I'm not gonna give him a reason to have to put his hands on me either, because I know my religion. I'm not gonna backbite. I'm not gonna commit adultery. I'm not gonna commit zina. Okay? I live by the laws of Islam, and Allah's laws are just and good. Allah's laws are better than man's. If we live by Allah's laws, his laws are the best. Don't get it twisted. I ain't sitting here saying a man should beat up on a woman, because we don't allow that. What I'm saying is, you women ain't got no business backbiting your husband, and your husband ain't got no business backbiting you. If he backbites you, you can drop kick him too. Don't get it twisted. So that's what I'm saying. You Muslims today, you women, especially you women on TikTok, you women are sick. that call yourselves Muslim, and you women on Instagram, you women on social media, y'all spend so much time, you Muslim women spend so much time on social media running your mouth like the Kafir women, and you don't know your religion. And this is why I was invited to check out and talk on these social platforms. Because you Muslim women on these social platforms are lost. Y'all don't know anything about your deen. But y'all talk and talk and talk and make videos about this religion, and you misrepresent us. You took what I said and turned it around to like I said that a man can beat you up. And that ain't what I said. I didn't say a man can beat you up. I said any woman that is stupid enough to backbite to her personal friend, to tell her friend what goes on. That's a hadith from the Prophet. You that sick to tell what goes on between you and your husband to your friend who can't do nothing to help you, you deserve to have your husband put his hands on you. That's what I said. Because that's a wayward woman. And that's what Allah says in the Quran. That's what I said. So I suggest you and other women like you spend less time running your mouth on social media, pretending that you know this religion, and spend more time learning from the people of knowledge, the true Islam. Okay? Because you probably are one of these women that fall in this category of backbite. And you probably one of these women that ain't got a husband. And this is probably why. So, backbiting, guys, as I was saying, is permissible only if you are a person that's oppressed and you want to plead your case to a person of authority that can help you. But if you're sitting around like most women do on social media, telling your business to a bunch of nosy women that can't help you, that is backbiting. Everybody got it? Is that understood? All right. And for my moderators, any non-Muslims that come in here, I want them immediately banned because this topic is so important. And I don't need no non-Muslims in here to disrupt. Any kafir name that walks in my Islamic private school, I want immediately banned. Because these Muslim women on social media have got to learn the deen correctly from a woman of the Sunnah and not from a Shiite or a Sufi who boast and brag about their psychology degrees and pretend to be scholars when they ain't. All right? So get rid of all kafirs. I don't want to see no kafir name in my school. All right? And you can start with Mika. That ain't no Muslim name either. Get Mika out. Get him out. Clean him. I ain't got time for this. All right. That's the first exception. The second exception. It is permissible to seek somebody's assistance in forbidding evil and helping someone change his or her immoral conduct. one can say to the person who can offer such assistance that so and so does such and such bad deeds. So can you talk to him? This is permissible as long as the person intends to forbid the evil. However, if the person intends something else other than that, then it's unlawful. So what does that mean? Say, for example, let me try to make it real. Say, for example, your sister is sneaking out the window at night to hook up with a boy. I'm trying to keep it real. Situations that happen to us. You got a 16-year-old sister. Every night when your parents go to sleep, she sneaks out the window so she can hook up with the boy next door. All right? You don't want to tell your mother because it would be too much for your mother. All right? So you go to your uncle, your mother's brother, your uncle, because you figure your uncle can put a stop to it, because he's going to approach, and I'll deal with you in a minute. This person here, I'm going to deal with you in a 1 minute. Don't ban this person on YouTube. I'm going to deal with that person in a minute. Don't think you're going to check me. I'm going to check you. But let me deal with this. You go to your uncle because you figure that the uncle will deal with the boy next door and be able to stop it. So going to the uncle, you tell your uncle, hey, my sister is sneaking out the window every night to hook up with the boy next door. You know that your uncle will be able to stop it from happening. That's not backbiting. Does everybody understand? Okay? Does everybody understand? That's not backbiting. All right? Because you're going to someone who can stop your sister from her immoral conduct, which is your uncle. He can stop her from sneaking out the window, committing zina, and you're doing it for the right purpose. Okay? But let's say that you were doing it out of jealousy. Let's say, for example, you're jealous of that sister and you're just looking to get her in trouble because you have a jealousy for her and you just want her to get in trouble. In that case, you have an ulterior motive and now you got a problem. Does everybody understand? So it has to be because you want to enjoin the good and forbid the evil, not because you want to get her in trouble out of jealousy. Like, does everybody understand that? It has to be because you really want to enjoin what's good and forbid what's evil, not out of jealousy. Does everybody understand that? Now, let me deal with this person on YouTube. For the person on YouTube, since we're talking about enjoining good and forbidding evil, you think that you want to correct me to enjoin the good and to forbid the evil. You have to know what the good is and what the evil is. First of all, you have to prove that I have makeup on. I don't have makeup on. I have on kohol. And there is nothing in Islam that forbids kohol. In fact, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, kohol is a sunan. And not only did he wear kohol, but all of his wives wore kohol in the house and out the house. In fact, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said there will not be any person from this world who will enter paradise who won't have kohol on their eyes. And that's Sahih Bukhari. So let me tell you something. When you come into my thread to try to check me, you better have your clear dalil or you will get checked by me. You understand? I don't need no TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube thought coming up in here trying to flow show Laila Nasheeba because I will make you wear egg. Do you understand? So you can bounce up out of my thread and take your Shiite behind up out of here. Moderators on YouTube, escort this Shiite out of my website. I have no tolerance for anyone who curses the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam companions, and I already know you don't accept Bukhari and Muslim. Get him out. You got the wrong one here. Every time I teach true Islam, I have to do jihad. Well, you got the right one. I'm a mujahideen. I can do it. I've been jihading on this internet since 1986. Bring it. All right? Let's keep it moving. Battle gears on. Hello. We're going to get through this class. I have no time for no Shiite. And we got a Sufi in here too. I have no time for Sufis either. As a Sufi would like to be escorted out the door too, because the Quran is the words of Allah. It's not Allah's creation. Escort the Sufi out the door too. Take care of that Sufi too, Mina. You got a problem with the words of Allah. It ain't no creation. Battle gear. Bantus, get your swords, get your daggers. We in warfare. And I'm ready to rock and roll. I got a lot of adrenaline today. Let's go. Take care of this one. You got him? Did you get the Sufi? I ain't got time. That's right. Game of Thrones. And I am the Dragon Rider. That's right. Let's keep it moving. That's the problem. You Shiites and Sufis been running this internet long enough. I don't play on these daggone platforms like TikTok and Talkie Tick. But hey, I can play. I'm from the 80s, man. I wrote the script. Don't intimidate me. All right. Okay, so in the case like that, guys, when it comes to enjoining good and forbidding evil, you have to be doing it for the sake of Allah, because you really want to help the person, not because you want to harm the person or demean the person. Okay? Because you really want to change that person's conduct, not because you want to see that person fail or you want to bring that person down. That's the second case in which backbiting is permissible. Everybody got that? All right. Okay, the third case in which backbiting is permissible. Oh, yeah, this is fun to me. I'm from the 80s, Atari. Oh, yeah, I'm from FNet days. We used to write scripts and write and play games. Oh, yeah, I can do this. The third case. One who seeks legal verdict on a certain matter may point out the defaults, and this is important. You may point out the defaults of another person or relate something else. In this case, you can tell the religious scholar, my father or my brother, for example, treated me unjustly. Can I get my rights established? This is permissible. Okay? So you can talk about what your brother did or what your father did or what your sister or your wife did or what that person did to get your rights, established. That's not backbiting. Okay? Also, another case that is permissible is to criticize those who openly commit actions of disobedience. Okay? To openly criticize those who drink or those who gamble, those who fornicate. The imam may do that in his khutbah. He doesn't use names, but he's speaking in general. In fact, that's what the imam of the community is supposed to do. He may speak about how there's people in his community who gamble. There's people in his community who commit adultery. Or like y'all see me do in my lectures, I'm always speaking about the zina, how we have to stop doing all this zina on the internet. I'm not calling people's names out, but I'm speaking in general. That's not backbiting. That's our job as people of knowledge. We have to criticize the sins that we're doing. If we don't speak out like that, then Allah is going to punish us all. Does everybody understand? We have to do that. When we fail to speak out against the evil, Allah is going to punish us all. Does everyone understand that? Okay? The imam of your masjid, when he does that, he's not backbiting. That is his job. Okay? If he doesn't do that, Allah is going to send his wrath down on your community. All right? Okay, also it's permissible to call into question the narrators of the hadith and witnesses in court when the need arises. It's also permissible to mention the bad qualities of a person for marriage. For example, if you want to marry your daughter to someone and you ask about this person, they can tell you, well, he's a good person, but he's got this type of quality, that type of quality. That's permissible. That's not backbiting. And also, it's permissible to refer to a person as being the man with the one eye, or the woman who is blind, or the brother who is bald-headed. If that person is known for having that, to identify someone. So these are the instances, the 6 instances in which backbiting is permissible. Okay? All right. Does everybody understand that? All right. Those are the instances and which is permissible. And so now we're going to look at the hadiths that give examples of this. Let's look at the first hadith here. First hadith, Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her. She says a man came to seek permission for an audience with the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the Prophet told her, let him in. He's known as being a troublemaker, the troublemaker of his tribe. Let him in. He's known as being a troublemaker. As you can see, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam referred to him as being the troublemaker. Everybody knew this person as the troublemaker. That wasn't backbiting. This man is known as the troublemaker of the tribe. Just like I would be known as the bald-headed person or the lame person. Well, he's known as the troublemaker of the tribe. She let the man in, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam listened to his problem. He treated the man with dignity, with kindness, and the man left happy. They were laughing together and all like that. But the Prophet referred to him as being the troublemaker, not in a hurtful way to Aisha, but to let her know that that's what he's known as. He's known as a troublemaker. Okay, but it wasn't in a derogatory way. So that's an example of that last one I gave you example of. Okay, let's look at the next hadith. Aisha radiallahu anha said that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I do not think that so-and-so understands anything about our religion. Okay, the two men mentioned by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in this hadith were known as being hypocrites. Okay, so this was the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's way of letting it be known that these two people were known as hypocrites. And remember, I told you guys the other day, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had to deal with a lot of hypocrites, like we all do. A lot of people embrace Islam, they convert to Islam. But once a person becomes Muslim, their blood, their property, and their honor are off limits. And we're stuck with these people. They cause more fitna than anyone else. They keep a lot of dissension going on in the community. They keep a lot of dissension going on, period. And nothing we can do to them as long as they continue to pray with us, as long as they continue to do what they're supposed to do, we're stuck with their fitna. Okay, so here we could see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was referencing these two men, known as being hypocrites, but nothing he could do about them. He had to contend with these hypocrites. All right, even though everybody knew that they were questionable. Nobody trusted these two men. Everybody kept their eye on them. Umar wanted to get rid of them, but the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, we can't do nothing. They're praying with us. They're dressing the part. We just have to sit back and wait till they mess up, which they finally did. Okay. Let's look at the next hadith. Fatima bint Qais, may Allah be pleased with her, said, I came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, Muawiyah and Abu Jahm sent me a proposal of marriage. What should I do? Which one should I marry? And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told her, Muawiyah is poor. He ain't got no money. And Abu Jahm is very hard on women. He beats up on his wives. Okay? So here you can see the other exception. When a person comes asking you about marriage, and you tell the truth about a person, their weaknesses, this is not backbiting. The Prophet let her know, Muawiyah ain't got no money. He ain't got nothing. He can't take care of you. He can't provide for you. He can't maintain you. And the other brother, he's abusive. He's known for being heavy-handed and abusive towards his wives, towards his women. Okay, so you can tell the facts, the virtues, and the vices when asked about a person about wedlock or even a business partner. If a person wants to go into business with someone and they ask you, what's your opinion about me doing business with this person? And you know that the person is sneaky, the person can't be trusted. So you tell them that the person can't be trusted. That's not backbite. Okay? So these are examples of the exception of backbiting. Are there any questions? And I really apologize for the ignorance that's on TikTok. But you guys know this is what we have to deal with. You know, we're going to always have these people coming in on these social platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and you know, since I'm doing dawah on these sick platforms, I got to check them. You know. Any questions, comments? What if you have a Christian coworker that constantly backbites everyone and you see her make a mistake that you know will get her in trouble and you don't correct it? Is that wrong? Remember, this is what makes us Muslims stand out. We are a just nation. We are a just nation. You know, we try to be just. We try to be just. Okay? We don't oppress anyone. We're just and fair in our dealings with everyone, even the non-Muslims. You know, if we see a person getting ready to fall, we try to catch them. We don't say, oh, is she Muslim or is she a kafir? We will try to save a person's life, whether they're a Muslim or kafir. It's only if they are an enemy to us, only if they are engaged in warfare against us, do we just let them fall. Do you guys understand? This is what separates us from the other people. If I see you walking down the street and something about to fall on you, I'm going to run out there and try to save you. I don't care what your religion is, what your color is, what your race, your ethnicity is. That's how we are. Okay? As long as you are not engaged in warfare against us. All right? Does everybody understand that? That's how we are. I have to put up a tough exterior. I'm in warfare right now. I'm doing jihad on this internet right now, trying to get the message of Islam out, the truth out. And I'm doing jihad against a bunch of innovators, a bunch of deviators. So I have to put up a toughness, but I still know how to be gentle with the believers, like my youth Selena. Okay, and like the believers that are here trying to learn the deen. But I can't back down against those evil people that are here. But I got to know how to be kind. This is how our prophet was. The prophet was harsh with the unbelievers, but gentle with the believers. Okay, if the woman is doing evil towards you, then that's different. That's what did you hear? This is what I'm saying. Y'all have to listen. We are kind to those who are kind to us. Okay, but if they are doing warfare against us, that's different. So I don't know your scenario. I'm answering your question based on, but you have to apply it to your scenario. We will help you. And we will help you, like just what we went over in Surah Yusuf yesterday. Okay? As long as you are not actively engaged in warfare against us. We went over those verses in Surah Yusuf yesterday. We are just with those people who are peaceful with us. As long as they are not actively engaged in warfare with us. How do we treat the non-Muslims? the non-Muslims that are not engaged in battle with us. We are kind to them. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But if she is engaged in battle with you, if she is your enemy on the job, that's different. If this woman has declared war against you on your job, if this woman is trying to get you fired, if this woman is trying to go after your job, if this woman has become an enemy to you because you Muslim, that's different. We don't turn the other cheek. As Muslims, we do not turn the other cheek. If this woman is going after your job, if she's harassing you because you're a Muslim, then you take the correct precautions against her, because that's warfare. You're doing jihad on your job. Like I'm doing jihad. This is my job, dawah. I'm doing jihad right now on TikTok, on Instagram. Okay? On these platforms I'm on 12 platforms. I am engaged in warfare. Okay? You are engaged in warfare on your job. If she's an enemy, deal with her. Okay? The same way I got to deal with them that's coming at me. But be gentle with those who are not. Be gentle with those who are not. The same way I am with those who are not. Does everybody get it? You have to know when to hold and know when to fold. That's why everybody can't do dawah. You got to know when to hold and know when to fold with dawah. Same way on the job. Because you might be dealing with a lot of people that's coming at you bad because you're a Muslim now. You got to protect yourself. You're a new shahada. And I want the new shahadas living here in America to understand something, because before I retired, okay, I worked for EEO. If you sisters are being harassed on your job, remember you have EEO. You contact human resources and you can always file EEO charges against anyone who's harassing you on your job because of your religious beliefs. There's one thing about America. You have an EEO commission. We have a federal EEO commission. No one can harass you because of your religious beliefs or the way you dress. So if you're being discriminated or harassed because of your religious belief or your religious dress, you contact human resources and you file an EEO complaint. That's an equal opportunity complaint. Because no woman should put up with that on her job. No Muslim woman. For the way you dress. Okay? Or the way you look. Okay? Okay, but you're in America, right, Selena? You live in America, right? Every state, okay, I'm a paralegal. Every state in America has an EEO commission. Every state in America has a civil rights commission. That's part of the United States Constitution. Oh, yeah. They cannot harass you on your job because of the way you dress or because of your religious belief or your age. So if your job is treating you differently because you are a Muslim, you go to human resources and Connecticut, oh yes, you tell them that you will file a complaint with the federal EEO commission and the Civil Rights Commission if your human resource does not address it. You tell them that. Connecticut has it. Every state in America. Yes. And you got a union. Oh, hello. That's what I retired from. I'm an ex-union member. Oh, yeah. That was my specialty. Civil rights. Talk to your union. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, any other questions, guys? Yeah, we have to start taking this religion seriously, guys. We're living in some hard times, some bad times. Islam has become strange. We have a lot of people misrepresenting this religion on this internet, pretending to be people of knowledge when they ain't, you know. And so, we have to be careful who we're taking our knowledge of Islam from. By the way, I put some shorts out. Please go to my YouTube channel and check out the shorts. I put out some shorts from Sheikh Atlee. Sheikh Atlee has done a couple of really nice lectures on what it means to love for the sake of Allah, on brotherly love. I did put some shorts out. Please look at those shorts because he's talking about some really good stuff. Also look at the short. I put out two of mine from a couple of my classes, and I did put out Brother Youssef. Brother Youssef did a great class on the Muslim 2.0, which is a big problem. We're allowing these celebrity converts to come into Islam, and instead of them changing into Muslims, they're bringing Jahiliyyah or non-Islamic behavior into Islam. And instead of the people making them conform and change into Muslims, the Muslims are changing into them. And I did put some shorts out. Please look at those shorts I put out. All right. Make sure you guys are here tomorrow. Go to my website, sunnahfollowers.net. Check out the schedule for tomorrow. And also make sure if you guys enjoy learning Islam and its truthfulness, remember, we are an online Islamic university. Everything is free of charge, but we survive off of your donations. Sister Adriana, I didn't come to America. I was born in the USA. Wait a minute. Bring that idiot back here. Y'all know I got to end with some humor. Bring this idiot back here. This idiot Kafir back here. I got to go out with a laugh. Bring that idiot Kafir back here. I didn't come to America. I was born in the USA. I am American. Okay? I'm the boss's cousin, probably. Dummy. That's why these non-Muslims need to stop coming into Muslims' threads. I didn't come. Adriana, I didn't come to America. I was born in the USA. Hello. More American than you, looking at your stupid name. Get out of here. That's why you non-Muslim need to stop joining Muslim websites, because you don't know nothing. Yeah, go ahead and ban that person. You need to stop coming up in here. Just stupid. All right. So make sure you guys support this dawah effort. Okay? We need your donations to keep this website going. Just stupid. Yeah. All right, guys, let me log out for tonight. Subhanakala Huma Wabi Hamdika. Well, you got a question, Sister Ayman. Wa alaikum salam. How you doing? How you doing, Sister Ayman? Alhamdulillah, mashallah. Girl, there's some crazy people on this platform, ain't it? I don't know how people use this TikTok stuff. It's just ridiculous. You make sure y'all's kids don't use this crazy stuff. They just crazy. You know they closing it down. Yeah, they're taking TikTok off the internet. And they really need to. It's disgusting. Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, TikTok is going defunct. It's banned in so many countries. I never used it myself because I figured it was for children. But I was surprised to see how many grown people use it. These are grown old people. They about as dumb. Trailer park, girl. Trailer park people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah. All right. Okay, guys, let me log up off of this thing. Okay, but inshallah, make sure y'all go to my website, Sunnahfollowers.net. Oh, by the way, Brother Muhammad Ziyada, he sent me a text message. He has to work tomorrow, guys. So his class is going to be canceled. So what I'm going to do for Brother Muhammad's class, I'm going to either fill in by doing my class on Paradise or... yeah, I think I'm going to do my class on Paradise tomorrow and give y'all a quiz. Yeah, I'm thinking of giving a big quiz on that. Wait a minute. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second, guys. Assalamu alaikum.
What's happening now?
Oh, Dr. Jamali. Assalamu alaikum. Are you back from Texas?
Yeah. I tried to speak with you online, but... my class on Paradise. Yeah, how yourself?
Where you? Oh, you in the Zoom room? Oh, I'm not in the Zoom. I'm streaming on the streaming program.
Some people may be angry.
I'm not angry. No, I'm in Zoom. Come on, you know we at jihad. We in jihad mode. We on TikTok. The worst program. You heard what Brother Muhammad Ziyada said? Yeah, we dealing with Shiites and Sufis and. Where is he at? Oh, he done got disconnected. Lord have mercy. Jamali, I don't know. We on jihad mode. Where is he at? Oh, I'm sorry. Can they hear me? Can y'all hear me? Wait a minute. Hold on for a second. Wait a minute. We're jihad mode. We on TikTok. Wait a minute. The worst program. Wait a minute. You heard what Brother Muhammad said. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I see you in the Zoom room. Hold on. Yeah, you in the Zoom room. Yeah, we on jihad mode. We on TikTok, the worst platform on the internet, like Brother Muhammad Ziyada said. And we ain't got nothing but a bunch of Shiites. These people are ridiculous. And Sufis. These are the worst people I've ever seen in my life. Lord have mercy. They hate us. They hate the companions. They hate Imam Bukhari. They hate Imam Muslim. They hate, oh my God, I've never seen such filthy people.
They hate that we love.
Yeah. And I'm sitting here teaching about, every time I mention Imam Bukhari's name, they call him names. They just, oh my God. So we bam.
Yeah,
Oh, I ain't worried about him. I did the classes. I got all my Bantus and we banning and muting. Then they come on to YouTube, we banning. It's crazy. But Muhammad Ziyada, he canceled his class tomorrow because he said he has to work.
Yeah, he texted me also the same thing.
Yeah. So are you going to fill in for him or what? Because that's what I was telling the people.
I will do that, inshallah.
Oh, you will? So you're going to be on at 7? 7
o'clock. Inshallah, I'm gonna text you what exactly we're gonna do. Inshallah.
That'll be good. That'll be good because I just saw his text. He said that he's got to work, and his class is so good. But mashallah, yours is good too. And your videos, you see how good your videos are doing? The people are really.
I didn't watch that.
I told you it's that topic. I love the topic you doing about the reflections. That's my favorite of yours. And the way you're breaking it down is just, and your English is so good on them. MashaAllah. You're speaking slowly and good.
Sister Laila, I call you, mashallah, everybody love you. Only actually, the true Muslim love you.
Oh,
so,
alhamdulillah.
Don't forget, as far as those people jealous, okay, we want them to be jealous. We want them to be angry.
Yeah, they mad. I didn't know that the Shiites have such hatred towards Imam Bukhari, man. Every time I mention his name, they go crazy.
Sister Laila, who's more important in our lives? The Sahaba. They heard, and our mothers, Aisha, they cursing the Sahaba, all of them except 3. Imagine that. And Allah pleased with them, and we are pleased with them, and they cursing the whole Sahaba except 3.
And who is Zainab? They're sitting here typing about they pray to Zainab. Who is the Zainab that they're praying to?
Zainab, the granddaughter of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and she died in Egypt. And the Egyptian now, they have a grave over there for in Egypt. And those people were sitting Zainab, the grave of Zainab in Egypt. Once I have about the bid'ah in our site about the Sufi. Those people, they go to Zainab, the grave, Sister Laila. They make a tawaf. You know, tawaf like Kaaba. They make a tawaf around the grave of Zainab, the granddaughter of Rasulullah.
Yeah, well, they just
ask her, they make a dua to her.
Well, that's what they did. They cursed me in the name of Zainab. They cursed me today in the name of Zainab, and they told me they was going to make dua against me to Zainab.
They are Sufi.
So that's what they did. They're Sufi. I said, I've never heard that. I said, what do you mean you cursing me in the name of Zainab? Who is Zainab? They said they're cursing me in the name of Zainab, and they're going to make dua to Zainab against me. I said, what? Who is Zainab? Zainab who? I didn't know who they was talking about.
Once I spoke about it we spoke about the Sufi in Sunnahfollowers.
So that's not Shiite. That's Sufi?
No, we spoke about Sufi, that tribe of Sufi and how they started.
Oh.
Remember?
Yeah, I remember you did the lecture, but I thought Zainab was with the Shiites. Oh my God! So that shows I don't even know.
They consider Zainab is a saint. They consider Zainab as a saint.
Yeah, well, we just.
She's the granddaughter of Rasulullah, nothing else.
Well, they just cursed me in her name, and they gonna pray to Zainab to deal with me.
Yeah, no, those people, sister, they are not Muslims. Don't bother yourself with those kind of people. Do not bother yourself, sister. You do a good job and continue, and do not even think about those people. May Allah protect Muslims and about you.
That's sad, and this is why Allah is sending all this smoke and everything else to us. Subhanallah, this is just sad. The Muslim Ummah is just so messed up. It really is. I didn't know that all this type of stuff existed. I didn't know about all these different sets. It's just, I know I used to listen to, when I was married to Sheikh Atlee, he used to talk about the Sufis really bad, but I didn't know that they were this bad. This is bad.
Yes, because me and him, we grew up in Egypt, and we know the situation here now. They were shipping grapes, graves, literally graves. And Hussein and Tanta and this and that, many people. We teaching the people what's right, what's wrong, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, well, they hating it, but I'm telling you, but I got more. I can see why Sheikh Atlee and them wanted me to come on there. I got people in Mecca and stuff listening, they loving it, because I'm teaching them just to plain the true Sunnah. And a lot of people are listening and learning, and they're joining the classes. And I got people coming in from Mecca listening and saying, good job, keep it going, keep it going. And mashallah, and a lot of people are glad to hear the truth. But like I say, but the Sufis and the Shiites, they are ticked off. And I'm like, well, okay, keep on. And I don't care. I'm going to still keep on with the dawah. I'm still keeping it up.
Exactly. We keep on with each other. And all will support you,
Okay, well, I'm going to put you on a schedule for tomorrow at 7. That way I can have a break. Because this is... Yes, inshallah. Okay, all right. So, inshallah, I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. Okay. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Okay, guys, so y'all heard that. We'll have Jamali because I need a break. This is so that's I thought that was a Sufi Shiite. That's the Sufis. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna log out for tonight. So tomorrow, inshallah, don't let me forget to put that on the schedule. Tomorrow, inshallah, at 7. Let me write that. I don't have an ink pen. Jamali will be at 7. So tomorrow we're gonna put Jamali at 7, and I'll do my class at 9:30, so I can get a break. This is crazy. I thought that was Shiite. That's Sufi to worship Zainab. Oh my God. All right. Well, we're going to log out for tonight, guys. Inshallah, I'll see everybody here tomorrow. Make sure you guys go to the website, support us. We need your donations to keep this dawah effort going. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum. See you guys tomorrow. Everybody have a good night. And I'll put the shorts out for this. I can't believe that's Sufism. Oh my gosh. Okay.